Hey guys, it's Godbars here, the self-proclaimed hip-hop historian, and this is the 440th episode of my series, where I grab a vinyl from my collection, talk about why I love it, what influence it has, and what its place is in the grand scheme of hip-hop. So to end out this relatively brief set of 90s classics, I had to close it out with one of the most overdue essential 90s albums I haven't talked about yet, which I only recently was finally able to add to the collection, that being Bahamadia's stellar 1996 debut, Kollage. I didn't do this intentionally, but once I started writing the review, I realized this is actually the second video in a row that's touching on a member of Gangstar Foundation, with my previous upload being for MOP, though obviously I've had a number of other acts from that groundbreaking collective on the page previously, from Group Home or Drew the Damager, to other MOP output, and of course Gangstar themselves. Even though it took me a while to get around to it, this is still probably one of the strongest projects to come from that supergroup in general. But unfortunately, Bahamadia only had two other full-length albums after her debut here, including 2000's BB Queen and 2005's Good Rap Music, though she also had numerous memorable guest appearances throughout the 90s, working with the likes of Guru and The Roots, and the legend had already started to build up a reputation in her hometown of Philadelphia, even prior to her official breakout full-length here. Not only are the beats absolutely stellar on this thing, but Bahamadia shows a stellar ability for flow and lyricism, and a knack for wordplay that was years ahead of her time. And there's actually been multiple instances when listening to Kollage, where I get reminded of JID, at least kind of in the vocal delivery department, and there's this impressive balance of hardcore, grimy boom bap, with more jazzy, thoughtful, and introspective moments. One female MC who I actually think bears a few resemblances to this one is Missy Elliott, and while the two may have completely different sounds and styles, one thing they share in common is they don't really shy away from sexual or romantic content, but they both often execute these topics in a way that was far more progressive and forward-thinking than many of their contemporaries, especially the male ones. One of the numerous top-tier verses Bahamadia lays down here comes on the track Rugged Rough, which also has one of the best instrumentals on the entire LP. But I want to focus on the opening set of bars here, where the MC says, "I got it hemmed, mad methods to microphone mechanism from inner city curriculum to cutting edge for heads like circumcisions. In your mental zone, I'm slyer than Stallone, basic instincts like Sharon Stone. Pockets puffier than combs. Calibers narrated rate supreme elevation, flyer than elevation plus freaky as dominatrix. Dramatics are manifested through spreading like infection. At pinnacle of perfection, brain runs on fuel injections. Ciphers are interpreted like plays by quarterbacks, bear witness to the fitness I be laying on the wax." She keeps the bar high going into her second verse as well, rapping, "Compositions be causing calamities rapidly. What MC would dare take a stab at the vocabulary mastery? Presented retention extended though. Iller style invented brain cells. Excel like V6 engines when I be entering grammatical vortexes twisting like Rolodexes. Context is randomly selected, ran like red lights by eager paramedics. Majestic verbal fragments tag the graphics that wreak more havoc on rappers. Cabbages than semi-automatic, plus automated but never faded datum kick, in verbatim related to hip-hop." The forward-thinking, immaculate production was a culmination of talented names, including the likes of the Beat Miners, DJ Premier, DJ Red-Handed, Guru, N.O. Joe, Ski Beats, and her Philly contemporaries, The Roots. We also get a small handful of guest appearances on Kollage, and this list is comprised of Lil Cess, P.A.N., etc., N.O.U., K-Swift, Mecastar, and Karen Bernard. When it comes to my honorable mentions for this amazing debut, I'm gonna leave off Rugged Rough, just because I already read lyrics from it, and that way I can make some room for tracks like Wordplay, Spontaneity, Total Wreck, Innovation, to John, Biggest Part of Me, and Path to Rhythm. As for my overall 3 favorites, I think I would have to go with 3 The Hard Way, I Confess, and You Know How We Do. Thank you for watching my 440th video. Next time we are starting off a brand new set of classics, so check in for that one, and if you enjoyed, be sure to like, subscribe, and let me know what your favorite moments from this somewhat overlooked debut are. Don't forget to have a great day, and I'll see you next time, okay?